Hey guys, welcome to my new movie review for the 1997 movie Face Off, starring John Travolta, Nicolas Cage, and directed by John Woo. Now, this movie goes for 2 hours and 18 minutes. It's a action crime sci-fi. I don't really know how the sci-fi works, but I guess really sort of. But those of you who've been following me for any period of time knows that I like to talk about the things that I don't like about a film and get them over and done with, and then I like to talk about the good stuff, and then I like to put a bit of trivia into my movie reviews. So one of the things that I didn't like about this film straight off the bat, guys, is there's a scene in the film where John Travolta's character, as Nicolas Cage, is talking to his daughter Jamie, and he's talking about protecting her. And in this scene, when he talks about protecting her, it's almost an editing screw up, and it was so obvious that I was like, it kind of threw me off. Like, whoa, wow, that's a massive stuff up. So when he tells her about the fact that she's got to protect herself, he's sitting down, and literally the next shot she looks up at him and he's standing right in front of her, like swiveling this I don't know what sort of knife it is, some sort of knife, and it opens up, and I don't know what that knife is called. Anyway, he's like swiveling around, and it was just like, whoa, like 2 seconds, like literally a microsecond ago you were sitting down, like, and it was just it was just an editing error, and man, it made me go, man, John Woo, what are you doing, dude? Like, that was terrible. And I know, obviously this is back in 1997, so this is a this is an old film now. Do you know what I mean? But still an incredible film. The other thing, still kind of an editing thing, but not really a one of something that can be actually helped, if that makes sense, is the fact that when there's a scene right at the end of the film, right at the end of the film, and something happens. They I'm not spoiling anything, but they go flying in the air on a boat, and you can well, not only do they go flying in the air on a boat, but that sort of any shot that is taken, any camera angle that's taken from far away, it's just so obvious that they're stunt doubles, and like, literally, it's like, oh man, that's bad. Like, in this day and age, I actually would love for it would actually be awesome if they re-release this movie in cinemas. This would be so cool. Or even did an anniversary release on it, and got the digital, not the aging process thing, but put John Travolta and Nicolas Cage's face on the stunt doubles, and actually, just did it like an anniversary of the movie, and just put their faces on the stunt doubles, because I tell you, it wasn't even convincing. The last thing I want to talk about before I talk about the good stuff about this film, guys, is there was a few scenes in this movie that I just was not really 100% convinced of the emotional elements of the mum. She was a great actor, don't get me wrong here, but there was just elements of her acting that made me go, like, I don't know, she just didn't convince me of some scenes, and I was like, it was almost like John Travolta's character had to carry her elements of the character, of her acting. And yeah, anyway, guys, other than that, and I might think of something as I'm going along here, but other than that, this movie is awesome. This movie, now I understand why people wouldn't like the premise of the film. I kind of understand that. I get why people would go, yeah, but it's stupid. They're just swapping faces. But they're kind of not. Just the way that Nicolas Cage acts like John Travolta, and John Travolta acts like Nicolas Cage, far out. like, you've got to really know how to get in the head of a person to really know how they speak, act, their mannerisms. And it even says in the trivia about this, guys, that they spent weeks together prior to the filming of this movie, and they just mimicked off each other. They just saw how each other spoke and their mannerisms and stuff like that. And I bought it. I genuinely bought it. I really, really did. Honestly, guys, I bought their chemistry. I bought what they were doing. I bought what they were about. If you have not seen this movie, guys, I genuinely, really, honestly, really highly suggest that you check out Face Off. As I said, this came out in 1997, so it's actually it's not a young movie, but man, this movie was so good. And the thing I love about this movie probably more than anything, is the simple fact of how it starts off like this is what I love about action movies. Is it literally starts off with an action scene. It just gets straight into it, no stuffing around, just balls to the wall action. It really does. It's got heart. It's got real, authentic, just. It really hits you home. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is the absolute last scene of this movie. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but man, is that last scene, and I literally mean the last scene just before the credits roll, what a tear-jerking scene. It really, genuinely is a beautiful, beautiful tear-jerking scene. I remember watching this movie, and I thought to myself, as soon as I started rewatching this movie, guys, I thought to myself, there's something that John Travolta's character does with his hand to his son, wife, and daughter, and he does this thing to say, like, that's their thing, right? As a family, that's his thing, his way of saying it to me. Oh man, I'll never forget watching that when I was younger, and thinking to myself, I'm so going to do that. That is so going to be my thing, and I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot that was even a thing. Totally forgot that was even a thing. I have my own thing to my own wife now, but it's not that. But I tell you now what, guys, if you have not seen Face Off, treat yourselves. Genuinely treat yourselves. Now, if you've been following for me for any period of time, you'll know that one of the things that I like about movies, that I love, and it's something that is just a core thing about movies, is the word, and I don't know if this is my word, I don't even know if I made this word up, I probably did, rewatchability. Face Off has definitely got rewatchability, because it's just one of those movies that you watch, and because of the way that it turns out and how the characters interact, the storyline, in my honest opinion, guys, 100% Face Off is a 100% check out. Definite thumbs up. It's a brilliant film. Guys, as you know, I love trivia. I absolutely love trivia. So here's some trivia for you guys. So apparently Nicolas Cage turned down the role initially because he didn't want to play, he just didn't want to play a straight villain. But then when he was told that he was actually going to be the hero for majority of the film, he signed on to the movie straight away. Now that's cool trivia right there. Another one, guys. As I said, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage actually spent 2 weeks together prior to filming to really know how each other acted and spoke and their mannerisms, so that when they actually came to filming, they didn't look like two guys just trying to act like each other, but they actually knew how they acted together and what they were like on set and on stage. I thought that was awesome. Okay, this is a weird one. I'm not gonna lie, this is a weird one. A little bit creepy, so just brace yourself on this one. But I personally think it's weird. Literally, The first ever real life face transplant happened in 2012, where a guy accidentally shot his face off with a shotgun, and it just happened to be the same year that the movie came out. Yeah, that's weird. His name was Richard Norris. He's the one who shot his face off. That's a bit creepy. That's kind of weird. But anyway, there's a bit of trivia for you. Another one, guys. One last one. So apparently, the crew shot on Nicolas Cage's birthday. John Woo let Nicolas Cage get emotionally charged up for one of the scenes in the movie, and then they surprised him with a birthday cake. After the scene was taken, Nicolas Cage went to John Woo and said, "Never do that again." That's kind of weird. Maybe he threw him off. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Guys, have you seen Face Off? What did you think about Face Off? Do you remember Face Off? Have you seen Face Off? Guys, leave your comments in the comments below. Tell me what you think about Face Off. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think about it? What did you think about this movie review? Give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think, guys. I really appreciate that. If you haven't, please subscribe. Please click the bell for notifications, and anything I drop, you'll get straight away. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate your time. Go and check out Face Off if you haven't seen it yet. And next time, see you soon, guys. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.